있어야 Remy boys that know it. Fast money don't slow.
Everipedia is the next generation of encyclopedia. They have a really great product with a lot of daily users. If you go to Everipedia.org, you'll be able to interact with their fully functioning encyclopedia. Currently, they're in the process of moving their encyclopedia and integrate to EOS blockchain. In fact, there was an airdrop of IQ token. Today, I'm very honored to present to you the co-founder of this great project, Matthew. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, man. Thanks for having me on here.
So first of all, could you briefly introduce yourself and your team and your background?
For sure. So the way that I got involved in the site is that my previous site I started is called Genius, genius.com. It's like the Wikipedia for song lyrics. And Sam and Theodore, who are the president and CEO, they were inspired. They were big fans of Genius. And they're like, how come the Wikipedia for song lyrics is so sophisticated, but the actual Wikipedia, like the encyclopedia of the internet, is from 2001? So they kind of wanted to geniusify Wikipedia and make it more modern and sophisticated like my site.
So the question that I want to ask next is, what is the problem with the current Wikipedia? I know there are a lot of problems, but what are the major problems?
Where to begin? So the original thing that got me interested is that Wikipedia has something called a notability requirement. So most of the pages people make on Wikipedia, even if all the information is correct, if Wikipedia decides it's not notable, they don't let you have that page. So for example, someone had made a page about my life one time and Wikipedia deleted it. They said that I'm not notable, so I can't have a page. So that's one thing we wanted to fix with Everipedia, but then also where the information comes from, celebrities having a voice on the site. These were all things we wanted to fix. The big one now is what incentivizes people to create content. And we're going to use the EOS blockchain to make it so that it's not a volunteer system where people are volunteering their content for free, but they actually come on this platform the same as platforms like Steemit. And any content that they create, they get to own.
And I also know that there's a problem with censorship with Wikipedia. How is Everipedia trying to solve this? Can you be more specific about it?
Well, there's two sides. First of all, since we don't have the notability requirement, any information that has proper citations, you can put it up on the site. And then there are also countries that censor Wikipedia. For example, Wikipedia is banned in China. But since we're building on EOS, it's impossible to censor the site, since EOS is what's hosting the site. So that's not just a feature of Everipedia, that's a feature of EOS. But it's going to be very, very useful to us because it means that we're going to be bringing Wikipedia to literally billions of people who don't have it right
now. And another question is, I know that Everipedia is an active, fully functioning platform. How many daily users do you guys have?
Basically like 2 to 4 million monthly uniques right now. Depends. We have two sections. There's the regular Everipedia and Everipedia News. So Everipedia News tends to have more viral content, which comes and goes.
Oh, that's really great. And also,
that's another thing that Wikipedia doesn't do. Wikipedia does not make pages about breaking news. And we think that there's a big, big need for a wiki site to cover breaking news, because otherwise people are using Reddit and Twitter to gather the news, and those don't have the quality control mechanisms.
Mm-hmm. That's true, because Wikipedia is very plain. I mean, I used it when I was in university, but it was so plain, it was quite difficult to use, and it was really boring for me. So I'm really glad that you guys are trying to revolutionize it. And
yeah, one big difference is also making the citations front and center. So on Wikipedia, it's not as easy to get to where the information's coming from, whereas we use Everipedia more just as an interface to show you where all of the information is coming from. So one way to think of it is like a crowdsourced Google. When you look something up on Everipedia, it's like you're Googling something, but instead of having a machine give you the information, you have people, you have a community.
And the next question is a very simple question, but it might be really difficult to answer. So why blockchain? Why do you need blockchain?
This is what blockchain was designed for. Actually, we had the founder of Wikipedia, Larry Sanger, join our company as chief information officer because he says this completes his original vision with Wikipedia. With Wikipedia, they weren't sure if they wanted to make it non-profit or for-profit. And that was so early in the history of the internet that they went for a non-profit model, which in a lot of ways has been a problem for Wikipedia. It's caused a lot of problems. And it makes Wikipedia unusual. It makes it different from the rest of the internet. So now we have this thing that's kind of in between because it's for-profit, but since it's on the blockchain, the volunteers can own their content. So we think that this completes Wikipedia's mission, and the founder of Wikipedia, the guy who started Wikipedia in 2001, actually joined our company as an executive because he believes it too.
Okay, so the next question is, why did you choose EOS as a platform? Because there are a lot of smart contract-based platforms such as Ethereum or Neo or something like that. But what potential did you see in EOS?
So EOS is the platform that was built to host consumer internet. That's what EOS's specialty is going to be. And then the guy who's building it has built the only large functioning consumer internet crypto site, which is Steemit. So we're perfecting the Steemit model. We're working with Dan Larimer, who is the creator of Steemit, to perfect the Steemit model. And this is not just for Reddit. This is not just for Wikipedia. This is the model that's going to be used for all of the consumer internet when the internet moves to crypto. So we're building the rules and the mechanisms that are going to be used not only by Everipedia, which is the EOS Wikipedia, but it's going to be used by EOS Facebook, EOS YouTube, EOS Reddit. So we're going to come up with the new rules for the internet. Basically, coming up with, we decided the internet that we built, it needed these crypto rules. So now we're going to build the new internet with these crypto rules, and we think it's going to be a much, much better forum than what exists right now.
Thanks for the great answer. Another question is, recently Everipedia got a huge investment from Galaxy Digital. How did it come about, and how do you plan to use that investment?
So Galaxy Digital is part of Block One. So we got this money to build on EOS, and then also it's connected to our Airdrop. That's basically the money that in exchange we gave everyone who holds EOS our tokens for free. And then that's huge for us because what we're trying to build is a community, right? Like we want a community where everyone goes and makes articles. And from the day that our token launches, we're going to have hundreds of thousands of EOS holders who are now IQ holders too. And hopefully a large percentage of them are going to get involved in our community. And overnight, we could have a bigger community than Wikipedia has.
Oh, that's really great. So why did you decide to do Airdrop instead of ICO? I mean, it's an obvious question, but I'm still curious.
We think this system makes a lot more sense. And this way, so EOS basically already has a huge, huge community. And they want to do anything to make EOS more valuable. And we want to tap in to this pre-existing community that they've built. So it works out perfectly. We get the money to build the company, and we also instantly get the community. Like I'm saying, overnight, we have hundreds of thousands of people who have a stake. Mm-hmm. And they want to get more. They have IQ. They want to get more IQ, so they're going to get involved and help us build the encyclopedia.
Okay, so you've mentioned about the IQ token and IQ coin. What utilities or benefits do users get with IQ coin?
The token is the governance mechanism of the site, which when this becomes the new Wikipedia is going to be a very, very valuable function for it to perform.
Oh, okay. So I know this is difficult to ask and difficult to answer actually because due to a lot of legal issues, but could you give me a specific example where IQ coin can be used?
Yeah, for example, let's say there's a website like, Infowars.com is a website that some people think is good information and some people think that it's fake news. So then the Everipedia community votes, and people vote with their tokens on whether or not Infowars can be an acceptable citation in our article. So it's going to be governance mechanisms like this that once this is the knowledge base for the internet, it's going to be a huge, huge deal to figure out how the governance works on all this.
Oh, thanks. So what are you currently working on? I mean, what are your team currently working on?
My job kind of transformed overnight from I was making just cool Everipedia pages to now we already have a huge community that we're trying to train. So we're very active on Telegram and on Facebook, trying to get everyone who wants to be involved in the site up and at it. And one thing that's interesting is now we've started getting a lot of people who used to edit Wikipedia, and they're coming over. So they bring a lot of knowledge. Like, for example, I've never really edited Wikipedia, so I don't even know that much about how it works. So it's cool. It's an exciting time to be expanding the community like this.
So you're currently focusing on the expansion of your community and maintaining the good vibe,
We want everyone to just see the world how we see the world. Because like the people who have been on the team for a long time, anytime we see something interesting, like we meet someone interesting or we see something interesting in the news, we think this needs an encyclopedia article. So we just want a huge community of people who want to turn their family and friends, their favorite celebrities, their favorite musicians, their favorite businesses into pages on the internet. And that's the purpose of Everipedia.
Okay, so last question I want to ask is, where do you see yourself and Everipedia in 3 to 5 years?
I think Everipedia is going to become the internet encyclopedia. And we got to figure out a way to cooperate with Wikipedia. And hopefully they'll see that we're trying to build something even bigger on top of what they've already built. And I think that the whole internet 5 years from now is going to be on crypto. So like, for example, Facebook is going to be a blockchain site, I think, by then. And I think that we are at the bleeding edge of building these governance mechanisms. So the same governance mechanism that crypto Facebook ends up using, crypto, Instagram, crypto YouTube end up using, we're actually helping to build those right now. So I think we're doing a huge, huge job. We're like the first truly big established consumer DApp, consumer decentralized app. So I think we're going to go down in history. Sorry to sound obnoxious.
No. I really.
It's not me. I'm just the cheerleader, but I'm working with this team of very, very talented engineers. I've been doing blockchain since 2013.
Oh, really? And I mean, where do you see yourself? I mean, I understand the Everipedia, but yourself.
Who knows? I built one huge company before I started this, and then now I helped to build this one. So maybe I'll be able to build a third huge company. And then if I do that, then no one can tell me it's just luck.
Okay. Thanks a lot for your time, and thanks for the great interview.
And I got this soda, Remy boy.